What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Red Tripper. It's me again here, your boy, Mario Singho. Peace. How you guys been doing? Hope you guys are well. Great weekend. Very chilled out weekend, in fact. And just want to touch on our game against Southampton, which is tonight. And a bit on the previous game against Istanbul. Insert second name. I'm not going to try to attempt to see the second name of the team. But let me just say an amazing first half. Different team setup, which I felt totally worked. Edison Cavani playing the number nine, a proper number nine position, a proper number nine game by a proper number nine player, and Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial coming out from the flanks. It worked. It worked. Especially, I mentioned this before, playing Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek was exactly what we needed in midfield. Uh, to allow Bruno Fernandes to be the maestro. You see, uh, okay, yes, you can argue that it was against a team which is no disrespect to Istanbul Basaksehir, but it worked. It worked with Fred and Donny van de Beek playing that almost deeper role. Fred deeper than Donny, obviously, and Bruno Fernandes playing the number 10. Because what Donny gives us in midfield, as I mentioned in my previous video, is that practical, simple, straightforward, direct passing football that we need. We need that in midfield. Yeah, because you see, uh, players like Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, even Paul Pogba, they are very. Sometimes they have flashes in their game. The Hollywood gameplay, the flicks, the turns, the this and that, the dummies, you know, and all those stuff which don't usually fall into place as they wish to. Sometimes the flick hits the opponent player and they lose the ball and whatsoever. But Donny plays it practical, simple, straightforward passing football, which we need. Michael Carrick had that in United when he used to play. A lot of people, when he came in, say, what is Carrick doing? What is he doing? This is what he did. He gave stability to the midfield, and that is what Donny van de Beek provided us in our previous game. Stability provided us stability in midfield. Fred winning the ball, being intense, pass it to Donny, and Donny transitioning the ball from midfield to attack. That's what we need. And he played very well. He really gave Ollie uh, some thinking after that game because you see, that's why the reason why people may say that Pogba and Bruno cannot play in the same team. It probably can. Great players can play together, but Pogba doesn't have that discipline. He doesn't have that discipline to play it simple and play it practical. Probably a different kind of player, a different kind of player. So that is why Bruno and Donny work so well. Because Donny, with his simple, practical, straightforward, crisp passes, straight to the point, straight to the player, forward passes, this kind of football allows Bruno to be the maestro, the magician, and it worked really well. So uh, and we played a very well first half, and the second half, obviously, there will be a drop down with the, players getting tired, as well as substitutions and all that. But still, uh, it was a good game, and we only need a point now to progress to the next stage of Champions League, which is great. But it's not over yet. We can't rest on our laurels yet because uh, losing against PSG and Leipzig. It's very possible, as you know, uh, judging by our how consistent we are. We normally go on a winning streak. Then when it matters, it always sometimes comes crashing down with a loss or a performance that is not up to standards. So coming on to our game tonight against Southampton, I think last season we drew against them twice, and this season is definitely we need to improve on that, and we need to win. Let's make all the draws that we had last season against all these teams into wins. That's how we see our progress, and uh, I hope we kind of I doubt it. I highly doubt it because the way Southampton plays, they are a very aggressive pressing team. So I'm thinking Ollie will most probably go with a double holding midfield again, probably a Matic and a Fred, because I think McTominay and Pogba are still out. So, but I hope that he plays Donny and Fred, and I hope he, allows the same position that allows the same team to play as the team in they played against Istanbul. You know, that'll be really interesting to see how that team plays in a Premier League match against a team like Southampton, who are playing very well. You know, and with players like Donny and Bruno in the team, the spirit of the team will be, the mentality of the team will be slightly different, especially Cavani doing a great job as a number nine in the last game. A proper number nine performance. Didn't score a goal, but the guy is running, chasing for every ball, the intensity, just basically leading by example, showing Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial the intensity you need to be when you're up front. It's Ollie always say defend from the front. Okay. So that's why I want to speak about this game. A bit more things I want to bring up. Uh, Ollie spoke about he wanting he wants players to take responsibility in the dressing room as well. He doesn't want only the coaches and the manager to be the ones that are shouting in the dressing room. So he praised Bruno on that, and he wants because basically the team that Ollie played in. Yes, Fergie was the manager. Fergie had his head dryer and all that, but the players in the team would give each other shit if they were not playing well. You know, how many times you've seen Roy Keane on the pitch itself screaming at Gary and screaming at players that are not playing, giving out a bad pass. I'm sure that when they bring it into the dressing room, there's more firing going on. So I believe that the team before Bruno, with the likes of Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba in the team in the dressing room, this wouldn't have been brought up. If a player played a shit pass or a player didn't play particularly well or wasn't giving his all in the team, they wouldn't confront the player because they want to be Mr. Popular, you see, in the team. So they wouldn't confront. They'll be like, "Hey, it's all right." So I'm guessing the addition to Bruno Fernandes into the dressing room has uh how to say has called out the likes of Jesse Lingard and Paul Pogba on their fraud. Being you see Jesse Lingard right now. I believe that Jesse is looking hard at himself in the mirror because he's he's been found out. All that Millie rocking and all that, being funny and doing all the very Instagram videos in dressing room. You now it looks embarrassing when you have Bruno Fernandes in the dressing room. You see, you look like a child, and Bruno Fernandes is younger than Jesse Lingard. In fact, I think so. Jesse Lingard might be looking at himself like, this guy who is probably younger than me is more mature than me, has a mentality that is more serious, professional, and more of an adult footballer than myself. And hence the reason why I think Jesse has been, yes, he's been injured, but I think he has been floating to the back. And as well as Paul Pogba, as you can see now. when it comes to performances. Paul Pogba is an amazing player. An amazing player. We all know that. A world-class talent. But a world-class talent on his day. He needs to be world-class consistent. Consistently world-class, then you can. I don't know whether to call him world-class right now or not. Because he's not. Throughout his time in United, we all know what he could do. We watched his games in Juventus. We knew when he was in youth play in United what he could do. But right now, he just doesn't give us enough consistency to for us United fans to rely on him as much as how we rely on Bruno Fernandes right now. Basically, United wanted Pogba to do what Bruno Fernandes is doing right when he came into the team, and it shows that probably Pogba wasn't that type of player. He probably was a great talent, but he wasn't a leader as how Bruno Fernandes is. So that's why I think Bruno Fernandes has exposed the likes of Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, etc. You know, and I'm not sure whether it's all up to the players right now. It's all up to the likes of Jesse and Pogba to look at themselves and not create excuses and say, oh, this, that, no, blah, blah, blah. Look at themselves and ask themselves why they can't perform to the standards of a guy who came in from the Portuguese league. Why? Why are they not able to perform that way, being in the Premier League for season after season after season? So it's, you know, if Bruno can perform under so-called clueless or PE teacher, as how some United fans would say, if Bruno could perform that well, why can't these other players perform that well as well? Give them their self, give all, you know. So, but it's something to look forward to, and let's hope that after Pogba gets fit again, that we might see some changes, you know. But all in all, I think today's game, Bruno Fernandes and Van de Beek to run the midfield will be amazing if we play them. And let's hope for 3 points, man. 3 points, and if we get 3 points, we're not too far away from the guys who are leading the league right now, because we have 2 games in hand. And if we get 3 points in this game, we get 3 points in the game, we're not really that far off from the top half or the top 6, you see. So let's have a good game today, and hope you guys enjoy the game tonight as well. Once again, thank you very much for your support. If you guys haven't liked, subscribed, or followed the Red Tripper, please do. And if you guys have any suggestions or any ideas or opinions on the game tonight or United in general, please comment and get involved. Love you guys. Let's have a great game today. Glory, glory, Man United. Peace out, yo. Get in.